Saucy saucer who met him at every meal. She was a torso tosser with lots of sex appeal. Our passion God that I know.
Why, what's the matter this cat here? High. What do you mean he's high? Full of weed. Full of weed? Yeah. Why, who is this cat anyway? The reefer man.
Whew, my, but it's hot. Will I stick to that chair, Jimmy?
You know better than I do how sticky you are.
Where have you been, Frank?
Well, you see, Mrs. Tifton got scared, and I was protecting her.
You have such a quaint way of wording things, Frank.
It's all next.
This is no time for sex.
That's what you say.
Yeah. Well, it's sex of one and half a dozen of another.
Did you think you could weekend me, darling?
Why, I was at my mother's.
Fine-looking fellow, your mother.
We know you're 14.
Oh, did he promise to marry you?
Oh, yes, yes. And I wish he would. He's such a nice old gentleman.
How did you ever persuade Cliff and Joyce to let the children come here?
I didn't. I kidnapped them.
Just imagine, Julia, walking up to a man who doesn't even recognize you and telling him he's the father of your child.
What's she like? Oh, you've seen her on the posters down at the railroad station. That wise, voluptuous-looking creature with the red hair and nude hips.
Who's dead? I hope it's someone I don't like.
Won't one steward serve for both of us?
No, if you eat yours, I'll eat mine.
Oh, terrible.
I'll just slip into something. Oh, I beg your pardon.
What's that?
My slip.
Oh, there goes my last panties. Well, now what are you going to do? Keep off of stepladders.
I set this rope.
Oh, what do you think we're doing?
I mean this girl.
Where you been all day?
Hardy rented a car. We went for a long drive over in the Kentucky side. Gee, it was swell.
I look much better in clothes than any of you. If Barney could see me in clothes, he wouldn't recognize you.
And stop there. Ain't you got no decency at all?
Don't fret, honey. It all goes down the drain.
I think it's terrible. It covers up too much. Ladies were more generous in my time.
Just so, just so, just so.
Richard!
Oh, I'm sorry.
What won't they think of next?
Hey, Richard, where you going?
Oh, let him alone. Let the little boy play.
From the harem to Cairo, she moves every muscle, every fiber, like a Kansas City cyclone or a bowl of jelly. Hey, cut it out there. What's the matter with you?
Will you share the hospitality of my apartment?
Thanks. Do I hear any other offers? Here's your chance to have a laugh on every other girl in the world.
All he's done since we picked him up in Kansas City is give us speeches about nice girls not hitchhiking. If that's all he did, it wouldn't be so bad. But he tries to find out if our legs are in good condition.
Oh, now, you mustn't call me Mr. Bulow. Call me Daddy. It's better.
You don't need to hold it. I won't hit you.
All right, girlie.
Grace, we're ready to go.
Say, it's your turn to sit up in front with that old thigh pincher. I'm going to crawl in the back seat and nurse my wounds.
My arm. It's bruised black and blue. He struck me. Look at my jaw. What'd you say his name was? Johnson. Give me that ad.
Don't forget to ask about the roads.
Yeah, and we're gonna listen in on directions this time, so you don't get us up any of those lonely side roads.
Yes, yes, of course. Could you direct me and my young nieces?
I suppose my allowance is to be cut down again.
Oh, no, no, no. Especially as the money is being used to such good use.
I called her up and told her what you said. I told her that Lady Godiva rode naked. Her husband's coming down to see me at 5 o'clock. What shall I do?
Go home at 4:30.
I never made promises to any woman.
What am I, a horse?
You haven't a thing on me. You haven't a bit of proof.
No, nothing but Charlotte's sworn and signed affidavit.
Let me see that.
You'll see it plenty in court.
She got in trouble, you know.
I know.
Well, I'm not.
And you are complaining?
Well, at least she got in trouble, and I'm not even getting there.
Well, it's better to feel that way now because you're not going than to go and feel that way the morning after.
I want to sin and suffer. Now I'm only suffering.
Like you, I've been amusing myself with anything and everything that came my way. I know how a man feels about those things now.
Oh, I bet you think it's vulgar dancing this way.
I think it's delightful.
Smoking and drinking and men.
And men? How many?
I don't remember.
You're going to see that nothing happens to me. Well, where were you when Steve came? Why didn't you stop me? I'll tell you, because you were with a man yourself. Myra! But you were right anyway.
It takes a lot of nerve to rob a bank. It takes a lot of backbone to keep 3 wives happy. Yay, brother.
Then why? Why don't you sing to me?
Well, if you must know, my pants are too tight. Could you sing if your pants were too tight?
What's she up to now?
Give out ribbons and I'll give in. So sing, sing, cute.
I was in a house once that caught fire in the middle of the night, and people came out of the strangest places. Well, very nice.